Welcome back to another episode, and in today's continuation of the permission series, I want to talk about the cost of waiting. Now, if you're brand new, which most likely you are because this is the second video of the series, and in this brand new channel, and you haven't watched the first video, after this I recommend that you do go back to that and you watch it. Now, being new here, you might be wondering, what is this painting about? And the painting is a symbolism of it's okay to make mistakes, and we are allowed to do so, and the imperfection is perfect, and it's just fine. This is the symbolism of having something unedited, uncut, seeing the process of how something can evolve, even though mistakes are made, and even though sometimes it wasn't the exact vision that you may have had in mind. Similar to this painting, as I continued with it, I was thinking to myself, oh, this is not what I had in mind, but that's okay, we'll go with it. So, the cost of waiting. What has waiting for permission actually cost you? Not a rhetorical question. This is really something that is worth sitting with. Because time is the thing that is very finite. It's not anything we can get back, and it's not anything that magically appears. You don't get more of time. It's a very finite thing that we have here. So I want you to get very specific on the cost of this, right? Many times it's the years spent waiting for the right moment. Goes back to the painting again of, do I want to wait until I become this person in my head as far as the painter of my dreams? And the more I wait and think on that question, the more I'm not doing the repetition to be great. Similarly to the position that you're in, because you're watching this video for a reason, you get this creativity with nowhere to go. And a lot of the times, because of social media, we end up overloading ourselves with information and not actual implementation. And scrolling can become a form of escapism, instead of actually creating and doing something that you absolutely love. So then what happens is you end up watching others do the thing you know you're meant to do, or at least you're good at, or at least something you're drawn to so much. But then you lean into the mental models that are not in alignment, and that does not support the identity of where you want to be in life. And then you're wondering, when is it your turn? And so the sneaky things come in on the ways we wait. Waiting for the perfect setup. Waiting until we have enough content banked. Waiting until someone validates the idea. Calling it that you're not ready. But are you really not ready? Or is it just fear? And so it goes back to challenging yourself with the question of, what has waiting for permission actually cost you? What is one more year of waiting going to cost you? Another month? Another day? At what point does waiting become a choice that you're making? And so if you have to write this down, please do, because this is where a lot of the things that we hear and see does not get solidified enough. And so I challenge you to start doing some deep dives in writing for yourself. Because the reality is, you don't get that time back. I've come to the conclusion and really the acceptance of how much time I wasted not being seen, how much time I wasted actually not being seen, but avoiding to be seen completely, how much time I wasted waiting on the so-called perfect time. And I'm mad at myself, but I can't be mad at myself forever. So what do? You do it now. Because, yeah, we don't get time back. But you also have the time right now where you get to do this now. The best time was before, right? But really, the time is today, right now. That could be the second best time, right? Which is right now, right this moment, today. So think about, all the times you said, oh, I'll wait. I'll wait. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Because again, I'll go back to referring to this painting. It wasn't the perfect condition when this came to me. And I moved on it because I came to this realization that not another day I will allow myself to self-destruct in a way that I start something and then I contract and fearfully regress. Not another day. So you'd have to make that decision for yourself. And so it wasn't the right conditions, but I came to the realization of the work that I did prior to. And when you go watch the video prior to this, I'm not even set up to paint this thing. I usually have the proper setup for my painting so I don't get paint all over. But it's why wait to make the perfect conditions when when I should be doing it now? So, this in closing, stop waiting for the perfect conditions because the time is now. And look at the cost of starting is nothing compared to the cost of waiting. And I'm going to repeat that again. The cost of starting is nothing compared to the cost of waiting. Because the only thing you end up losing is yourself. The only thing you lose is the time that you can never get back. The thing that you lose is the amount of energy spent thinking of doing it, waiting for the right conditions, thinking of starting tomorrow, and then prolonging it, and then watching other people do it, but you haven't done anything about it yet. So let this be another sign for you today, if you landed here, to give yourself permission to start right now. Imperfectly, warts and all. Showing up fully and following through. For those of you who have started and then fell off, very similar to my situation, where momentum builds up, I contract, and my nervous system freaks out and wants to go back to what felt stabilizing. And so follow through in the way that the time that you have the momentum is the time you want to really lock in to be able to increase the thermostat and have another level to your nervous system where it is expanding and you're feeling safe in the process. So if you're that person that already has started, this applies where the cost of contracting, the cost of starting and then stopping, same rules apply. Because again, the thing you can't take back is time. The thing you lose is the energy spent. And the creativity and your zone of genius that is needed on this planet. Your gifts to the world is meant to be shared. So I'm going to leave it here. You'll wait to see the painting evolve, and I'll see you on the next one.